Welcome everyone once again to another episode of Pixel Perfect Gaming. This week we're going to be wrapping up the games coming out for next month, although we're barely going to talk about it at all. We're just going to hit a couple highlights. And we're going to talk about some of the news over the last couple weeks of what's going on in the gaming industry. Welcome to episode 39 of Pixel Perfect Gaming. I'm Chris, and I'm here with Patrick, as always, who is still slowly dying one day at a time.
That's me.
Patrick. That's appropriate. Luigi's Mansion comes out next month.
Well, there we go. Oh, is that one of your games?
No, it isn't, but that noise reminded me. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's funny. So this week we've got a couple different things. Pat, any updates for you before we kind of jump into stuff here?
I think these last couple weeks I have wished more that I would die than at any point in my life. Just due to being sick and just ready to not be sick anymore. So I figured, you know what? You can't be sick if you're dead. So
that's true. That's true. You did start a new league. Bracket or team, I think. Like you and Peg started a new team on league.
Oh yeah, we did. So it's the same league, like the ESDL, same organization. New season, and Pegs and I joined a new team together. It is me, him, and then I actually talked about these guys a couple times in the podcast whenever we first started doing this. They're the guys that in our first season were the only team that gave us a hard time. They had two people on their team that they were wanting to get rid of because they weren't ever around to practice. They didn't really help with communication and things like that. And Pegs and I were just kind of looking to try out some new people and wanted to find a team that we could practice with more and stuff like that. And so it was like, hey, we're on the same pages. Why don't we join up? So we did. And it's going good so far. We haven't won a single scrim. But we had our first match last week and our second match tonight. We did go 2-0 in our match. And they were pretty good wins. Felt good about them. They weren't super scuffed or anything like that. I think our issue is in our scrims, we try to really force ourselves to play in our non-comfort areas of the game to try to improve them. Mm-hmm. So we just get fucking rolled over. But I like it. I like the new team, and I'll be streaming it tonight for people who are listening to this on Wednesday.
We'll be streaming on Monday in the past. It'll pop up on the Discord, though. So if you're a member of Discord, it does pop up in there, which our Discord has been growing pretty steadily recently. So if you're not on the Discord, you probably should be at this point.
Yeah. What are you doing? Get it together.
So, like you mentioned, the good thing is, even though you're losing the scrims, it's a good time to practice other stuff or focus on key things. So at least you won the matches from last week. Are the new players or the new teammates, are they East Coast like you and Pegs, or are they a mixed bag?
2 are East Coast. 1 is 2 hours behind. What is that? Mountain time?
Mountain time, yeah.
Yeah, 1's mountain time.
Gotcha, okay. That's not too bad.
No, and he's always super about practicing. Even if we're last minute, hey, anyone want to practice tonight? He's like, boom, I'm in. When? Let's go.
Let's do it. Logging in right now. I've been sitting in the menu waiting.
I've been here too long.
Yeah, so that's good. Have you played any more Borderlands since the last time we talked?
On and off. Not a load. When the new season of League started, I've just really been trying to play it because of that one really bad season we had, and I hate losing. So I've just been playing League, trying to practice up.
Focus on that. Yeah, I'm mostly done with Borderlands at this point. I have maybe 3 more quests to finish right now, and then I will be out of content until something comes out in October.
Which is right around the corner.
Yep. I don't know if they've released any like release date, but I think the first major DLC is by the end of the year. I know there's like some kind of Halloween event or something this month, right? I assume. So yeah, definitely need something. I mean, I'm still trying to replace 2 of my weapons with anointed weapons, but I'm so picky and I'm having a really difficult time giving them up that even when I find anointed ones, I'm like, nope, I hate it. Don't want it. So it's been a struggle.
That feels good.
Yeah, but then once I finish all the quests, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the boss I was farming, they did patch it recently, which is understandable. They didn't actually patch the boss necessarily. They patched that porcelain pipe bomb. So that doesn't do the ridiculousness that it used to. But the sad part is it's still the best grenade mod that I have. So at least from a damage perspective, so I still haven't replaced it. They fixed a couple other things. I know they buffed Zane. Have you played him since the buff?
Negative.
And then they nerfed Flak. I didn't feel it at all.
Really? I've seen a lot of videos that are like, is he actually even better now?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But I didn't notice it at all. I played for a while and it was just like, oh, same thing. Like just crushing everything that runs up around me. I don't know. Nothing bothered me. So.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've heard that the Zane build is really good, and it is the style of Zane that I use the leveling, and I liked it better than the like end game build I'm using. So whenever I go back and make the switch to that, I will be pleased.
Yeah, I know they buffed the drone damage and a couple things like that, so looked like a pretty good change. I think they balanced out some of the weapons to make some of them a little bit more worthwhile too.
Yeah. I mean, Zane's the tree that I like is whenever you max it out, whenever you activate an action skill, it activates all of your kill skills.
Mm-hmm.
So you like move extremely fast, increase gun damage, reload speed, and like weapon vamp and all that good shit.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, so I'm pumped for it whenever I hop back into it.
After the league season in like 3 weeks or whenever they finish it.
Once I feel like I'm playing at a good level again.
Then you can take time for that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So on the topic of Borderlands 3, they didn't release the exact numbers, but they did say that they sold over 5 million copies and 70% of those copies were digital. So I did some math on it because I was curious. How much money, if they had sold the same amount of copies on Steam versus Epic, how much money would they have made? Basically just estimating. So 70% of 5 million is 3.5 million copies. PC is digital only, so I'm not going to say that all of those copies are PC, but I figured maybe a conservative 30% was fair.
Yeah.
So I thought that ends up being 1,050,000 copies of digital copies sold on PC, and I just assumed the low end $60 price tag, so I didn't even factor in, the special editions and all that kind of stuff, which they said they made like $1 billion off of it so far, so quite a bit, because just the PC copies I factored in, it's like 63 million or something, so doesn't even come close. But when I finalized it and I broke down the Steam cost, so Steam takes 30%, Unreal Engine takes 5%, unless you're with Epic, in which case you don't pay that fee because Epic obviously owns that engine. Mm-hmm. So the net revenue, 63 million is what the revenue was. When you take out the 7.5 million that Epic would have taken, they would have netted about 55.5 million. And then if they had gone with Steam, they would have netted just under 41 million. So it's about a $14.5 million dollar difference between the two platforms. Pretty substantial.
My brain just stopped working. What was I going to ask you? Oh my God.
Do you want to know how many copies Steam would have to sell to make the same amount of revenue as they did with Epic? Because I did that math.
Hit me with that math. That's not what I was going to ask, but hit me with that math.
So if they took the same numbers, okay, and you wanted to make 55.5 million roughly, okay, what they made on Epic with Steam, considering all the cost, they would have had to sold 50% more copies of the game than they did. So instead of 1,050,000, it would have to be 1.5 million copies, digital copies they'd have to sell.
Wow.
And they would have made about $1 million more than Epic, but that's it. That's crazy. Wow. So there you go. That's why people are going to Epic right there. I mean, there is a case to say if they released on both, then potentially they could have made even more money than they did, but we don't know how many people actually bitched about the store, but then went to the store and bought the game anyway. I would wager that there were quite a few people that did that. Or just bought it on console.
We do have that one gentleman in our Discord who said he was waiting for it to come out on Steam.
Yep, he's one of the few people that I think are doing that, because I think most people that really want it, they just suck it up and they go for it.
Yeah. But respect, you do what you want. But I bought it. I was not waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I bet the numbers are even more insane when you factor in the deluxe edition and all that kind of stuff, honestly, because, I'm just breaking it down from a $60 standpoint. I paid $100 for mine. So I know there are people out there like me that are dumb.
Forgot that you bought the big boy.
Hey, I've gotten my money's worth so far.
Yeah, I mean, and whenever the DLC comes out, you're going to be even more in it. So
yeah, I mean, considering I've spent $100, I've got about 52 hours in the game. I've spent about $2 an hour. It's not terrible. It's a pretty good deal for me. And then obviously with DLC in the future and potential other events, which I mean, the events I was going to get regardless, so I really can only factor in the DLC. But I think when the DLC rolls around, I'll still continue to play, and I'll eventually, I think it'll be worth $100 for me in the end.
I mean, I think if I'd have had all that, have you used any of like the weapon skins and stuff that you got with the early shit?
I did use the weapon skins. I think I just ultimately ended up spending weapon, like the Iridium stuff, on like Black Dragon weapon skin, which is just like black and red, and that's the only one I ended up using for everything, and that's all I use. I think I used like a Thunder skin on my Doom shotgun, but that's about it.
I literally have a weapon skin, and it's just called It's Poo, and it makes your weapon look like it's covered in poo.
Really? I want that one. I do that for my shotgun. I got a poo shotgun.
It's a little ridiculous. Shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't found a better use for Iridium because there's no weapons that are worth it. So I just buy skins and stuff like that, and it's just, I don't know. It's a late game currency that I'm just like, there's really nothing here I really care about. So I'm just sitting on like 2,000 Iridium all the time.
Well, at least, I don't know. I don't really care about in-game currencies, so like if it's worthless, that's fine by me. I'd rather it be worthless than me have to farm it to do shit.
Yes, we know how much you hate to farm.
Yep.
So let's see.
I'm a terrible gamer, dude.
I like to game, kinda.
I like the game, but don't come at me with tedious bullshit. Then
there was a big announcement that came out over the last week. That was the biggest announcement of the year for me. Can you guess what that was?
Final Fantasy related?
No, actually.
Then I don't know.
So we have a release date for The Last of Us Part 2.
Ah, shit. As soon as you said that, I saw it talked about the Discord, and now I feel stupid that I didn't say it.
Yes, so Sony had their State of Play conference. So basically the way it is now, other developers and major companies are discovering that they actually don't need E3 to have a conference. Like it's much more affordable for them to basically do a video conference and save all the hassle of going to E3. It just costs too much money. So that is what I assume Sony is doing now that they're skipping out on E3. They're just having their State of Play thing where literally they're just showing videos on YouTube Live, and then that's it. It was like a 15-minute thing, and that was it. But they announced The Last of Us Part 2, which we already knew was coming because they announced it previously that it was coming. So we assumed we were probably going to get a release date. So the downside is it is dedicated to being a PS4 title, which, I mean, it's an upside because we're going to get it sooner rather than later when PS5 comes out. But I still would like it on PS5. So if it's really good, I'm going to end up buying it again if they do the remaster like they did with the previous one. So fuck me. There goes $120. So it's releasing. They showed a new video of it, which the video was fantastic.
Really, really enjoyed it. Had a nice spoiler in it, which I'm not going to ruin here for anyone, but I definitely recommend that you watch it.
Ruin it.
No. I'm not going to ruin it. That reminds me of when we were talking about Stranger Things with Joe, and I ruined the end of it. Or not Stranger Things, Life is Strange, and I ruined the end of it. And then Alex was like, I just got that game, guys. Like, I was going to... And I was like, well... That's a bummer.
Literally
I feel bad for that.
Immediately.
Yeah. So anyway, February 21st of next year is when it comes out, which is great timing. But the more important thing, I think, is that Last of Us Remastered, so the PS4 version of it, is actually free for PlayStation Plus members in October. So if you've never played it, you can now go to the PlayStation Store. Well, probably not now. I don't know when it's out. It's probably next week or something. But you can go download it for free and keep it, so long as you have a PlayStation Plus membership. So if you've never played it, you should do that. And then you should tell me all about it. Or stream it, and I will come watch you, because I really like it.
I won't do it.
Do it. Well, I mean, you couldn't do it even if you really wanted to, unless I was going to like ship you my PS4.
I was just about to say, ship me your PS4, and then I will play it, stream it, and then ship it back.
I'm not opposed to that idea.
Oh.
I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, your move. So that's something really exciting that's coming out. Like I said, I'm really happy to have the release date. It's the day before my birthday, so I'm just going to take the whole weekend and just play it all weekend. Good timing. I could tell that they knew that, so I like that. I appreciate that. And yeah, I mean that's really all. I think there were some other games that they were talking about, but I don't remember any of them. I don't know what the fuck they were. I wasn't paying any attention. I was just waiting for that. That's all I really cared about.
So you said it was February?
February 21st, 2020.
Why not sooner?
Why not sooner?
Yeah.
Like October, November?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it hasn't gone gold, so I mean, they're probably still in development. It's probably a hard set date, but they're probably still developing some things or cleaning it up and stuff like that. Speaking of which, off topic a little bit, Death Stranding went gold this week, so that's officially coming out in November now.
Stupid fucking game.
Whoa.
All right, look, I don't really know, but something just tells me. Okay.
Look, they released a video of it recently, okay, and they showed more video footage than they ever had. They showed gameplay and story stuff so that we have a better idea, because Hideo Kojima was like, it turns out people don't know what the fuck this game is, so maybe I need to shed some light on it. And we're all like, yeah, we have no idea what the fuck this game is. Watch the video. I still don't know what the fuck the game is. So thanks for that. I'm not buying it. Maybe I'll watch like someone on Twitch play it or something, but I don't think I'm going to buy that game.
What do you mean you're not buying it?
I don't think so. It's weird running around with the baby, the bridge baby that talks to you from your PS4 controller.
Oh, what a segue.
Yeah, right? In your glorified USP or UPS man, it's crazy. So in other news, we found out that the baby in Death Stranding talks to you in your PS4 controller, which that was the segue to a topic we had. really did wonders on that one, didn't I? I'm proud of myself. That's literally the end of that topic, though. We had nothing else to go with that. That's all it was. We were just going to say that. So.
Well, I don't like. It says that it'll like cry at you and stuff through your controller. Like you can just be playing the game and you can just suddenly start hearing a baby crying through your controller.
And that sounds eerie.
Use your controller to like rock it to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That makes me not want to play the game even more.
What, man? It's immersion. They're even selling this like opaque orange controller that looks like the backpack you carry the baby in.
Wait a second. Oh wait, I think I saw the special edition PS4 that they're selling.
Yeah.
I think it was a special edition PS4 Pro. Yeah, I don't like the controller. The controller's ugly. I did like the PS4 with like the bloody looking handprints. I thought that was pretty cool. I did like that. Yeah, I don't like the controller. Although the little touchpad in the middle says Death Stranding on it. That's pretty cool.
You just want to advertise that shitty game every time you play a different game?
I see. That's why I like the handprints, because like I feel it. Well, I mean, it literally says Death Stranding on the front, so that part kind of sucks. But if it didn't say that, then I feel like people wouldn't know, and then they'd ask, and you could tell them. But yeah, I wouldn't want to look down and see Death Stranding on my touchpad every time. Plus, I just don't like. I've never been a fan of these see-through kind of controllers. They just don't. It feels so PS2 to me.
I love how much I shit talk this game, but I've never played it. Don't have any intention.
Oh, I just noticed there's a fucking baby in the controller.
No, it's not actually there.
Oh, is that Photoshop? Tell me that's Photoshopped.
The thing that I read said that like, yeah, it won't actually have a baby in it, as shown in the promotional thing.
Oh, I see. That would have been a pretty cool touch, honestly. I mean, creepy as fuck, but that would have been pretty cool. I kind of wish it did have the baby in the controller.
Okay. You know what? Get it? I'll open the controller up and I'll put a little Polly Pocket in there for you, if that's what you want.
Put a little baby in there for me.
Yep.
We can do that. That sounds good. So, yeah, we talked about The Last of Us. We've got some games coming out for October, which is tomorrow. Pat and I talked about it briefly, and we were like, there's nothing that we want to buy, nothing that we're going to spend money on. And that's fine. You're not even going to buy the Destiny 2 expansion?
Dude, I haven't played Destiny 2 since, like, its release.
Now's your time.
No, it's not.
No, now's the time to get back into it with the boys.
Don't talk to me like that.
They're gonna hear it, and they're gonna your Facebook messages are gonna blow up.
Really?
Yeah,
because it hasn't had any expansion yet.
Yeah. So Destiny 2 expansion. The other two big ones, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I mean, it's another October with another Call of Duty game. Although it did look pretty decent, but I'm not giving them my money. Okay, I've done it too many times. I'm not doing it, and you shouldn't do it either. Okay,
I'm gonna wait and see.
Not you, Pat, but like anybody listening, just don't give them your money. It's a trap.
I'm gonna wait and see what how it is, because Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, was like my favorite one. I fucking love it.
Yeah, but did you see that they announced that it got leaked that there's going to be pay to win loot boxes in it?
No, I did not see that. I did see that one of the game modes is going to be exclusive to PS5 for like a year, or PS4 for like a year.
PS4, yeah, the survival mode is exclusive to PS4 for a year, which is extra kind of fucked because you know that Call of Duty gets replaced every fucking year. So by the time Xbox gets the mode, the new one's going to be out and it's going to be fucking irrelevant.
I didn't even think of it. Oh, yeah.
No. So that's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
That's super fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, it was announced, or at least leaked, I think, that the loot boxes that are going to be in the game are pay to win.
But how can you lock a fucking game mode? Like, I'm purchasing the game. You're going to give me a fucking discount on the game?
Nope.
And then
absolutely not.
Like, and then have the option later to pay more to unlock it when it's available? Then if not, then give me the fucking game mode now.
Nope. It's Activision. They're not giving you anything, and you have to pay extra monies to get them better weapons.
Oh my god.
Are you getting dominated in multiplayer by this one weapon and you want it so bad? That's $10. You can have that weapon for $10.
I'm gonna puke.
Turns out you spend the $10, you're still fucking terrible. Oh my god. You're still fucking terrible.
That'd be me.
What'd you say?
I said that'd be me.
Pay the $10, still don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. So, I mean, that's garbage. I mean, it's Activision. I'm not that surprised by it, unfortunately. The other big game that's coming out in October is the Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I'm actually kind of interested in that. I'd like to see how it does before I decide to throw down the money on it. If it does fairly well, then maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then there's a bunch of other stuff coming out that I don't give a shit about. Other people might. That's good. I don't. I mean, if you already know what it is, then that's fine. You don't need me to tell you what the fuck's coming out, do you? Because you already know. Okay. Although this one's for Alex. Resident Evil 5 and 6 are coming out on Switch next month.
Resident Evil 5, baby. That's the good one.
on Switch, no less, so you can take it with you. Portable.
See, isn't there something going on with the Switch Lite?
What do you mean?
Isn't there like a lawsuit or something like that because of the Joy-Cons?
We're gonna look.
Drifting or something like that.
That's a good segue into Gearbox being sued by the original music composer for Duke Nukem. So what did they release? They released like Duke Nukem 3D something or another, Gearbox did. And it even says in the promo material it's the music of the original composer, but they actually don't have the license to include that music. So the original composers actually contacted Gearbox several times for royalties, and they have not gotten back to him, so he's suing them now.
As he should.
Good for him. Yeah, good for him. Fuck them.
I love Borderlands, but, if a company's fucking you over, fuck them back.
Fuck them back. That should be. That's a good Facebook status for you, I think. If they're fucking you over, fuck them back. Switch Lite added to class action lawsuit over controller drift. What does controller drift mean?
I don't know. Let's see. While I'm looking it up, I am clicking on my Ducky 1-2 mini keyboard that I got that we never talked about.
I thought we did. Did we never actually talk about it?
We meant to talk about it, and then we never did. So I did get the Ducky 1-2 mini in white. I got it with the MX Cherry Blues, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I was a little worried about a 60% keyboard, but it has opened up so much desk space that it's great.
Man, our segues are fucking on point today. That's what I'm noticing about this episode. That leads us to our sponsor, On Point. No.
Joy-Con drift is an issue that Switch owners have been encountering over the last few months that causes the analog sticks on the controllers to randomly move around and input commands on the console, even when they're not being physically moved.
So I see. So it's defective Joy-Cons that could be used for repair, but obviously with lights, it's the entire system because the Joy-Cons are not removable and replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
So you could end up with a whole system that you spend I don't know how much they are, like $200, $250 or something that has that issue. That's bullshit. Although Nintendo is believed to be offering free repairs for the issue.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fucking send it out to you.
Yeah, nobody really wants to deal with that bullshit. That reminds me of when Apple rolled out their new MacBook and they already put it on the repair for the keyboard. They rolled out a keyboard repair program, and the new MacBook that they just released was on the list because it has the same switches as all the other fucked up ones. So they're like, we might as well just throw that one on there. People are gonna fucking hate it. So just get that one in there too.
Do what you gotta do.
Speaking of which, did you watch any of the Apple conference? That was 2 weeks ago. We didn't. We didn't mention it at all, but
I did not. But I did see pictures of the new iPhone, and all those cameras on the back are fucking ugly.
I can't tell you how many times I'm watching YouTube or something with Liz, and she goes, "Why does it have so many fucking cameras?"
It's so stupid.
That's what people pay top dollar for, is all those fucking cameras. It's amazing.
I need all the cameras to take pictures of my cat. Fuck, that is me.
I mean, if they're good cat photos, I can get behind it, but
they're not.
It just depends. Yeah, they're not. So the other topics we had for this week, you had mentioned Alexa or Siri or Google Voice or one of those automated things potentially being in the PS5. I guess the controller is what it could be added into.
Yeah, so it's the patent shows that feature, and so you could literally be playing a game and run into a monster and just be like, PlayStation, what's that? And it'll be like, oh shit, man, it's this.
So it would know what you're looking at or what's happening on screen enough to look something up?
I guess, it would just, I would assume, use whatever reticle the game.
I see this article where it says PlayStation Assist, and you could come up to a boss and ask for help, and it could give you a strategy on facing it. So you could spoil it for yourself immediately. That sounds kind of shitty. I don't know why I'd want that. Instead of learning how to beat the boss, I could just be like, what do I do here? And it's just this is what you should do, and then this will work. And then you did it. Goddamn.
Yeah. That sounds great. Just tell me what to do to win.
You can request information about missions, locations, opponents, and puzzles. I don't know if I want that.
I
How long
mean,
you played?
maybe it won't be like a super smart kind of thing, like Alexa. Like maybe you can't just ask it anything. Maybe when you ask something, maybe it just gives you like clues.
I think it should give you a riddle. So if you ask it something, it should give you a riddle that you have to solve to figure out the answer of what it's saying, and it doesn't help at all what you're doing.
I'm really bad at puzzles. Please help me with this. I'll give you this riddle that's harder than the puzzle. Get fucked, kid.
I would like it if it said that afterwards with the like backed away voice that you had. So it's like just a little audible, just enough for you to be like, wait a second, did you just say what I think you said? You son of a bitch.
I'd buy it. I'd convert.
Would you? Yeah, for that?
Dude, 100%. If my system will belittle me, I'm in.
That's the sales strategy that they need. That's what they needed to hear. Sony's going to hear this and be like, add this in. We could patch that in.
Yeah. Give me a mod that'll do that. I'm in.
Yeah, you're on board. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. We haven't heard really too much about the PS5, honestly. So it's all who knows what. Although I think I did read an article where they're saying there could be 2 PS5s that come out, which I think we had talked about at the beginning of the year, was the possibility of like a discless or a stream-only console and traditional console, that kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. And then the last thing that we had was the voice acting stuff for Borderlands 3, which I didn't really read too much into that. Although I do recall like glancing at an article, and I think the person's name that they mentioned that was a voice actor, he was a pretty big voice actor. I think it was the guy that's in Death Stranding.
Norman Reedus.
What's that guy's name? Is that no? The guy he plays the
guy who plays Reese. Is that the one we're talking about?
Maybe. What's that guy's name? Troy Baker. Was that who it was?
Yes.
Troy Baker. Is he part of the union thing?
No, wait. Wasn't Troy Baker Claptrap?
So Troy Baker says he didn't voice Reese in Borderlands 3 because they wouldn't let him. Nope. Yeah, they wouldn't go union. Okay. So yeah, Troy Baker. I was going to say, I thought the voice actor that they mentioned in the article was a pretty big, popular voice actor. Realistically, they just didn't want to pay him. They didn't want to pay the one guy to play Claptrap. They fucking didn't want to pay Troy's fee. Like, no fucking way.
Well, it says that they refused to work with any union voice actor.
Which I didn't know there was a union for voice actors anyway, to begin with. But it's kind of interesting that they just didn't want to deal with it.
Well, the reason you don't want to work with a union is because a union you got to sign a contract with them, and they'll fight it, and they'll fight for better pay and stuff, and they got lawyers on the standby, and you want people
labor
you can
protection. Bully. Yeah, I mean they have labor protection, which I don't know. And then I don't know. I didn't read too much into it. I mean, what else do you know about it?
Oh, that's really it. Pitchford came out saying that he declined the job and didn't want to do it, and then he's saying, no, I would have loved to do it. I was excited for it. I've been waiting for them to call me to do Reese for Borderlands 3, but they won't work with me because I'm union. And
so Randy fucking lied about what actually happened.
Oh, you like everything.
What a deceitful fuck.
For real though.
I'm really waiting to get like a lawsuit from him because of like
how much you trash him,
because of all the fucking shit talk we talk about him on this podcast. Like the one day someone's gonna be like, Randy, have you heard this podcast? Listen, these guys talk so much shit on you, and he's like, sue him.
So you should really like Troy Baker.
Because he hates Randy Pitchford?
Because he does the voice of Joel in The Last of Us.
Does he really?
Yep.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I'm gonna listen to it right now. I'm gonna listen to it right now. Speaking of which, so he is that actor that's in that performance where they show the like behind the scenes capture with him and Ashley Johnson. Wow, that's cool. Okay. Speaking of which, the surprise.
Johnson.
Well, she plays Ellie in the game. So she's
really?
the main character. Yeah, dog.
She plays in Critical Role, that D&D show I like to watch.
Yes, and I've seen her on Tabletop with Will Wheaton a couple times.
Yeah, and she also stars in Blindside.
Cool. Yeah, she voice acts Ellie, which is the little girl, the main character in the upcoming one. But the spoiler that I left out, which I'm going to throw it out there now, Joel appeared in the new trailer, so he's definitely in the game. Fuck yeah. We hadn't really gotten any confirmation. Like there were a lot of theories that he was dead and all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah, I thought
there were theories that he might be dead or all this kind of stuff. But then he actually showed up in the trailer, and we're just.
Why was that a theory? I haven't played it. Although if you're going to shoot me a PlayStation, don't tell me spoilers if you want genuine reaction.
Well, we don't know why he was dead. Like he doesn't die at the end of the first game, which that might be a spoiler by itself.
Well, then why were people even speculating?
Because so much time has passed and they didn't really show his face. So, I mean, that's just how it is when a teaser comes out. Reddit goes crazy.
Well, that just seems like such a jump. You could be like, maybe, he's just not in this one. He settled down somewhere or something, but just, well, I didn't see him. That must mean he's dead. Wow.
That's very cool. I didn't know that was Troy Baker.
Are you even more upset now?
More upset at what? Randy Pitchford?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He's bullshit, okay? I don't like him. I don't like his shitty magic. I don't like his bullshit lies.
He's a great magician.
Shut the fuck up. We talked about this while we played through the part with Penn and Teller in Borderlands 3. Spoiler alert, Penn and Teller in that game. I mean, that's not really a spoiler, but it is what it is.
You said it last episode anyways.
Did I? Perfect.
Yeah. So we talked about how you didn't let me kill one of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was great.
Son of a bitch.
But no, I mean, I feel like the only reason is because of his role in Gearbox that he was able to even get in touch with them, because I've seen his magic and he's not any good.
What? You mean he wasn't on Fool Us?
I swear to God, if he's on Fool Us, I would never fucking watch that show again.
Yeah, you would.
No, I would not. Hold on. I need to Google it now. I'm going to be so pissed. Okay, good. He's never been on Fool Us. Right? Yeah, right. Okay, good.
Oh, here's a video.
Oh, there is a video of him attempting to fool Penn. What? I don't want to listen. I'm going to mute it and then maybe watch through it. Oh, so he does try to fool Penn. I see.
Whenever I YouTube Randy Pitchford Fool Us, the first thing that comes up is Randy Pitchford is why you should boycott Borderlands 3.
Sounds about right, honestly. I could get behind that. I didn't, because I like the game, and there's a lot of other people that were, that worked on that project apart from that stupid asshole. But I do think that he should be removed from the head of that company, 100%. I think I bought Borderlands 3 because I wanted to play with you and Joe, and I wanted to support all the hardworking people that have to put up with Randy's stupid ass on a daily basis.
That was your main motivator.
That was my main motivator. It was like, take my $100 because you have to put up with this jackass.
Split my $100 up between the couple hundred people that worked on this.
Everybody gets a penny. A penny for you all. I contributed. Hey, those pennies add up, okay? They add up.
Hey, I support. Okay?
Perfect. All right. Anything else that we wanted to go over this week? Any other topics?
No.
If you have a PS4 and you have not played The Last of Us, make sure you download it this month. That is my info for everybody right there. Pat, I'll ship you mine and then you can play it.
I mean, I'll do it.
Would you actually do it?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. That didn't sound terribly convincing.
Oh, so that's what you get.
Yeah. I feel uneasy about it now.
Yeah. I get it.
All right, Pat, take us out of this episode.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Randy Pitchford, we have negative opinions of you. Death Stranding's weird. I don't want babies in my controllers, and I hope you don't either. Love you. Goodbye.